Kellogg here. If you watch the channel, you know I am a trolling fly fanatic. I troll small flies, medium-sized flies, big giant flies, bright colored flies, dull colored flies, bait fish colored flies. I troll them all and they all produce fish. And the fact of the matter is, if I want to catch a big trout, that is my number one offering. I reach for a fly above everything else because time and time again, it's been proven to me, flies produce big fish. They produce small fish and pan-sized fish and medium-sized fish, but they produce big fish like nothing else I've ever used. And that gets us to where we are today, gets us to what I want to talk about. I want to talk about a new fly kit. I want to talk about Kell's Creature Flies. This is something you've never seen before. They're totally awesome, and it all starts with this Evolution fishing box. The kit comes in this awesome box. It's got the swirled color pattern. Just this box makes you one of the cool kids, but let's look what's inside. Let's look at what's really going to produce fish for you. You could carry this stuff in a paper bag and still catch fish, but the box is darn cool. We got quite a few of these, and I'm happy to pair them with this fly set. So if you look inside the box, and I'm going to post a bigger picture above my talking head here so you can see everything in detail. What you see in here, we'll get into the flies in a second. This is a 6-fly kit, but I'm combining it with a couple large turbo flashers, a couple of my micro turbos. It's so small I'm having a hard time holding it, but you can just see it right there. These are new this year and they've proven to be real fish killers. So a couple of the standard size turbos, a couple of the micro turbos. Of course, you've got a selection of the action discs. You've got snaps, swivels, beads, everything you need to pair the flies with those turbos. But let's get into the flies. You've got 6 flies in different color patterns. You'll see that in the larger image I'm going to post up here. But let's look at one fly specifically, and we'll talk about what makes these flies so special. All right, I'm back. I didn't mean to have an edit there, but I actually dropped a fly and got it hooked in my shirt. Then I dropped it in the ground. I had all kinds of bark and stuff in the fur. So I got that all cleaned out, and we could take a closer look at one of my creature flies. So what makes these flies so special? Well, first of all, it's not an exact imitation of anything in nature, but it's representative of a lot of things that trout expect to see. When it's moving through the middle of the water column, it looks like a minnow. If it's down near the bottom with all these rubber legs, it looks like a crawfish or some kind of an insect. It just kind of gives the impression of something that may be good to eat. The front of the fly, it's got weighted eyes. You can see the eyes right there. It's got marabou. Marabou moves great through the water. It's got the rubber skirting, very lifelike motion once again. It's got a little more marabou, but here's what really sets this fly apart from other flies on the market. It's this extended, long shank, ring-eyed J-hook that is actually rigged on a piece of wire. It can move freely behind the rest of the fly. Guys ask me all the time when I'm out on guide trips, or they'll call me or email me, they'll ask me, do I ever tip my flies? And the answer is yes, I do tip my flies. Sometimes I'll put a little piece of worm on them. Sometimes I'll put just the tail section of a grub on the hook. And it is effective, but it's always kind of wonky because your average trolling fly isn't meant to be tipped. It works, but it's just kind of makeshift. Well, this fly right here is ripe for tipping. You can go ahead and put about a 1-inch piece of threaded night crawler right on that hook, push it up above that eye, it will stay in place. It gives it the taste and feel of real meat and makes it's already an effective offering without tipping it at all, but it doubles its effectiveness if you put, say, a night crawler on there or a piece of anchovy skin or something like that. And one of the things I've been playing with is tipping it with a grub. This is one of our pink champagne colored medium-sized FHS trout grubs. And I'm going to put this on the hook right here. And just take the hook, insert the point right in the center of the grub right there. Kind of work it down some more. Work it all the way to where the tail junctions with the body of that grub. Pop the hook point out, slide that grub up that shank so it's nice and straight. Look at that. I mean, you've got the effectiveness of a fly combined with a grub. That tail's gonna swim. The wiggle disc is going to impart all kinds of vibration. When a fish comes and grabs that, it feels soft, it feels lifelike. They're going to gulp it down. So once again, that extended hook makes this fly ripe for tipping. Whether you're tipping it with a night crawler, a piece of anchovy skin if you're at a lake like Shasta that has both trout and kings, or if you're at a more buggy lake like Lake Davis, you can absolutely put that grub on there, add vibration, add action, and add that lifelike feel to the bait. If you're interested in a set of my creature flies with all the doodads and the cool box that I just showed you, get on over to fishhuntshoot.com. Pick up yours today. I do have a limited quantity. I'm hoping to get more. I've got a set for myself. You're going to see me fishing these next week out at Collins Lake. I fished them last week. We did very well on them. I'm going to be fishing them this week. I'm going to be tipping them with nightcrawler and grubs just like that. And I think my clients are going to be yelling fish on. Anyway, I'm Kel Kellogg. I'm signing off for now. I just wanted to share my latest fly kit with you. Kel Kellogg's Creature Flies, and you can find them at fishhuntshoot.com. I sincerely want to thank you guys for all the support you've given both the channel and our store and our guide service. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. You'll always know when I'm on here talking fishing tactics, fishing tackle, UFOs, and more. I'm Kel Kellogg. I'll catch you later. You guys stay safe, happy, healthy, and I'll see you next time right here on YouTube. Thanks a lot, guys.